I'm Kim Norman, and I am a colleague of Dr. Chris. My son Colin had a brain injury, and he was being treated with a functional neurologist in California. That's how I learned about functional neurology and how it can help with the brain injuries. But what was happening was when he had the brain injury, it affected his vision, where he had double vision and tunnel vision. So he was wearing prisms, and we were getting treatment. He was responding well, and then all of a sudden he just plateaued. And while I was at this meeting, he called me up, the seminar, and he said, "Mom, I can't see again." And I'm like, "What?" I was in tears. I was beside myself and very frustrated. And Kimberly's like, "Well, have him come down here." And so he got worked on. But then Kimberly said, "You have got to connect with Dr. Holze. I really believe he can help your son." No sooner did we, I get done with the seminar, I called him and said, "I really need your help. I don't know what's going on with my son's vision." We went in. We saw Dr. Holze. He basically said, in 6 weeks, your son's vision will be restored back to what it was. And I kid you not, it absolutely was. It just blew my mind. And even the doctors that we were working with, the eye doctors who had done the Prism prescription, couldn't even understand it either. So from then on, I just believed every word that Dr. Holt said. I can't even begin to tell you how grateful I am for all the help that you provided for both me and my family. There's been other situations. Again, with my son Colin, he had his wisdom, all 4 of them pulled. And he got it done like on a Friday. Monday, he went back to school. And when I picked him up, because he was still on pain medication, the car reeked this, like as soon as he entered. And I'm like, "Oh, I think you've got like an infection going on." And so I called the surgeon right away, and he's like, "We'll bring him in. It's probably just food. We'll just rinse it out. He'll be fine. He's on antibiotics anyway, because that's what we do as a precautionary measure." And so we go to the office, and he wanted to write another prescription after irrigating the tooth and just saying, he just needs to do a better job cleaning. And so I immediately called Dr. Holtz. I explained the situation. He had us come in. He started doing laser, and he put, I think he would put him on also some homeopathic remedies as well. The following Monday, we went back to the surgeon, and we're driving on our way there. My son's like, "Mom, if the doctor asks any questions, can you just answer?" I'm like, "Okay." I thought that was kind of odd for him to make that comment. And then it became evident when we were in the doctor's office. He's like, "Oh, so he's looking great. Yeah, the infection looks like it's being handled by the antibiotic." And he's like, "That's great." And I said, I didn't fill the prescription." He's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, why would I fill the prescription when he was already on antibiotics and it didn't take care of it the first time?" I said, "So I went a different route." And he's like, "Well, what'd you do?" So I told him, and he just basically made fun of the situation, completely discounted everything that I had told him that we did. But yet Friday he tells us he has an infection, and on Monday it's gone. So you tell me. And with me, I think it was the fall of last year. Yeah, it was the fall of last year, because I thought that maybe it was stress, because I was putting together a menopause summit and I was keeping crazy hours. And every time I'd lay down to go to sleep, I would have pain in the left side of my chest area. I just kind of was breathing through it and thinking, all right, it's just anxiety. I'm just keeping crazy hours. But then I was kind of getting scared. So again, went to the doctor here, and they did an EKG, and they did all blood work and did the whole workup, and I'm fine. So then I'm like, hello, why am I not calling Dr. Holtz? So as soon as I did, he asks me if I had COVID. I said, "No, I haven't personally had symptoms of it, but my husband's been traveling, and he had it, I think in August, and he got it again in October. You just said, that you were picking up, the virus was in the Purkinje fibers of my heart. And so you sent me out the homeopathic remedies." Took the remedies, and I'm totally fine. So again, especially with long haul disease, from COVID and all these other issues that people are experiencing, rather than just thinking that they have to deal with it, or that they just, have to go get another prescription or another vaccination. They really should be considering the tools and the things that Dr. Holze offers, because it's amazing how much he helps people on so many different levels. I mean, and I've referred you so many patients, and every single client that I've referred to you has had amazing stories and amazing impact that you've had on their life for their health and well-being. So thank you.